nose with it, searing his tongue. Instead of swallowing that bile as the commanders would have demanded, Pran spat it onto the pristine cobblestone streets. He wished a commander were around to see what he thought of their rules, even if all that would earn him was a few lashes across his back. Let them see they didn't control him completely. Hey. Oksana cupped a hand around his cheek. Her wood smoke and clove scent, fragrant and familiar, instantly soothing Pran's nerves. Do you need to sit? With her so near, Pran could see stars reflected in her night-dark eyes, saw himself in her brass antlers, all the color also blacked out of his eyes, while his own antlers, ebony to blend with his midnight hair and brown skin, had gone crooked after their kiss and subsequent tangle. He'd have to adjust the straps before they toppled off and crashed onto the street. Moonlight shimmered against Oksana's white skin, and though she was tiny, her head tucking neatly beneath his chin, when they stood side by side, he felt positively unstoppable. His hand strayed to the ring hidden in his pocket. She deserved this, something pretty from her homeland. Yet the words engraved inside, "I promise," made it into so much more than a delightful surprise. What did he promise? She deserved freedom, but he didn't know how to give her that. I could find a way to get medicine whenever I want, Pran grumbled, ignoring her question. The commanders are starved for flattery. With the right words at the right moment, I could... Don't do anything reckless. Oksana thumped his shoulder. Come on, let's walk it off. Her hand on his elbow, she steered him through many streets. The autumn breeze was ripe with frost, and on the horizon, the Emperor's palace loomed, thorny spires of white marble. Following Oksana, Pran limped past empty markets, silent government halls, and the station where a steam-powered train roared in with wares from all over the Vesimaa nation. He hobbled around Imperial Square with its fire fountains and statues of the Emperor and his grandfather, the Great King. Both bronze sculptures clutched massive torches, symbols of the fire-summoning soldiers, treacherous, who'd protected Vesimaa from oppressive invaders, the Skamel nation, then enable Vesimaans to conquer their own neighboring countries and kidnap children to feed the ranks of their flame-wielding army. Last week, a vandal had crowned these statues with velveteen donkey ears. Pran fiddled with the flint starter tucked in his belt, toying with its metal striker that launched a shard of steel against a scrap of flint embedded in the long ivory handle. That boy had the right idea with those ears. If I'd seen him, I'd have let him carry on. Oksana wrapped her hand around Pran's, stopping him from hitting the striker hard enough to raise sparks. If you had, your ashes would be cooling alongside his. Her voice wobbled over the words, and she turned toward a road that led out of the city. If they followed it long enough, that road would take them to Horadim, her home country. In a better world, they might make it all the way there. But even the most fleet-footed soldiers couldn't outpace the nightmares who chased after deserters. Another pain stabbed through Pran's leg, so fierce a whimper wormed from his throat. Oksana whirled to Pran, holding him upright until his pain ebbed to a dull ache. 1 more hour on patrol, she whispered. Then I'll take you back and get your medicine. But her gaze flitted once more to that road through the woods, and her shoulders drooped. Pran was sick with himself. How he couldn't give her that escape. Oksana. Enough. She squeezed his hand, then led him deeper into the city. They slunk past rows of darkened restaurants, smelling of blood sausage and pickled pumpkin. Down a street where the elite and comfortable lived in houses boasting elaborate stone facades and shallow balconies with gilt railings. Occasionally, a curtain twitched in a window as they passed, but no one crossed their path. When the Emperor's monstrous treacherous prowled, good Vesimaans stayed out of their way. Should we turn back? Pran asked as the streets narrowed. The homes here were crooked and crowded together.